Well, hello, and welcome back. Welcome back. All right, let's get this lighting right because it seems. There we go. There we go. Let there be light. All right. So, actually, last night, was it last night? It might have been today. I was looking at this piece and I was like, what do I want the vibes to be for this? And I think I want to do a fire and ice because we have the twins here. So I think I want to make one of them fire and one of them ice. I'm thinking she's fire, she's ice. So that's what we're going to do here. So I'm excited about that because she already has like red tones to her. I think that'll be really cute. So I'm going to look up like some makeup inspiration to like get the juices flowing, because I definitely want there to be like fun, playful makeup for that. So I know Beats by Deb did like a fire and ice thing that she does like every year, I feel like. Hey, welcome in, welcome in. So it's not gonna be like super duper, because I've already colored the skin, so it can only be like so fiery. But we could get the vibes. We could get the vibes. I think if we do like a nice dramatic eye, that would be nice. Hey, welcome in, welcome in. Let's see. Why did the music just stop? The sounds of it. Okay. So yes, let's do this. All right, so first, maybe I'll take an orange pencil and I'm gonna do like this kind of flame. Ooh. Hey. Oh, welcome in. I'm gonna do like these flames on her eyeshadow. So if you missed it, I'm doing fire and ice. So she's gonna be our icy twin, she's gonna be our fiery twin. So I'm just looking at some like makeup ideas. And I think I'm going to just kind of sketch out some fuego. Fuego. This to come up into here. That's my fee-fa-fo-hum husband walking by, shaking the whole house. You already know. I put it in the Discord, but why when I was making dinner with Mr. Coco, he was like, I heard you talking about me on live last night. I said, what? He said, yeah, you know I got my TikTok now. So I was like, oh, let me support my wife. And I walk in and you talking about, oh, every meme he sends me, I be watching it with a straight face. Nothing is funny. I'm like, oh my God. What? Who said that? Who said that? He said, yeah. He said I was gonna comment something funny, but then I was like, I'm gonna just let her do her thing. Hey, Mary. Cold busted. cold busted. Luckily, ain't nothing he ain't heard before. But I did get busted. And you know, I'm not gonna yay. I learned nothing. And I'm still gonna talk about it. Because that's what I do. Period. Alright, so I got my outline. So now I can come in with a more red. Once I tag my husband while it's on Facebook, don't tell me. We be setting ourselves up. Be setting ourselves up. Alright, so now I'm coming in with red to go over that. This is Scarlet. And I'm gonna have that kind of fade into the center. So I'm gonna blend that in. Thank you, Jojo. All right, come back with the Cornelian. Blend that in towards the center. You're just not coloring the May page. And that's okay. All right. Then that's all right. Because February never saw me again. Okay? Sometimes we just need a minute. Center. Let's see what just regular orange is giving. Pretty. And I'm just blending that outward. Just a little touch of yellow in the very center. I'm going to use golden bismuth yellow right in that middle part and blend. Thank you. I'm using Caran d'Ache colored pencils. Everything I use is linked in my bio. Hey, Miss Danny Girl. Just do a little something under the eye as well. I posted my spotlight, my IG spotlight this afternoon of all the people who submitted in the Discord. So stunning. Everyone is being so complimentary to you guys in my DMs. People love every single picture. Because the coconuts are talented, okay? One thing about it, one thing for sure, the coconuts can color. Yes. I also want like, maybe like a dark red, or like almost a brown. This is Periline Brown. Periline. And I just kind of want to add a little more depth here. It wasn't deep enough for me. Welcome in, welcome in. All right. Stunning. Now let's do it again. Thank you guys for the gifts and the follows. So I started watching Love Island. This is it. I've made several attempts to watch this show. I'm not gonna lie. This is the furthest I've ever been able to make it. I don't like seeing people make out. It's one of those things, making out specifically, it makes me gag. So every time I try to watch the show, I get put off. And then on top of it, they kissing one and then going straight to the other. I'm like, oh, it's just disgusting. So my best friend is watching it. And anytime she watched something, I feel like I gotta watch it. And she started watching it this season because she gonna talk about it. And I'm one of those people, I get like, I don't want any spoilers. And then I feel like I gotta watch it just in case because she gonna give it all away. I'm 3 episodes in and it is messy. It is messy. I'm invested now, so I see how the girls get hooked. So I'll let y'all know if I make it. I think I'm about 3 episodes in. They would have been sent me on. They would have been sent me on. I would have never even made it on there. I'm not gonna lie. Love Island's only good in the UK, in my opinion. I haven't really watched any of them, so I can't have a firm stance yet. I don't know how far I'll get. So I've heard a lot of people have that sentiment, though. I feel like that's a popular opinion. What makes it like is the rules are the rules different over there, or what makes it like unique in the UK? The accents. So it's only better because of the accents. That's funny. There's a British fellow on this season of Love Island in the US. Other than that, it's just like these are Karen Dash colored pencils. Hi, welcome in. Hey V, hey Coco Bro. We got the fire. We're doing fire and ice. Thank you, Shan. I'm glad I did like an actual theme for this page because I kind of was just kind of free falling. I was like, freckles, yeah. That sounds right. Freckles. That'll do it. Let's see. Lippity dippity. Do I have a thing? Yes, I do. All right. Let's do bright red with some sort of orange. Okay. So we're gonna line her lips with bright red by Ohuhu R180. I'm using short strokes, light pressure to avoid excess bleeding. And then I'm gonna come in with Rouge Orange Y5. What is that? And listen, Hannah, you and me both. And I can't afford to nod off. Not yet. Not right now. Not right now. All right. And then I'm going to do a similar color pencil combo for the lip. This is the Perylene Brown, whatever. I want to really get a dramatic contrast around that edge. Also, we restock, so 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10 are restocked. Next week we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 9. 9 actually might be in stock already, I don't know. Really want that lip liner kind of contrast, because that gives off smoky to me. My husband at dinner, he was like, you know, you really gotta de-stress, relax, calm down, you know, you're high strung these days. Michael gonna go, that's only gonna make her more mad. Please tell your daddy, because he seems to have not figured this out yet. Because all I heard him say was calm down and shut the hell up. That's what I heard, okay? That might not have been what he said, but that's what I heard. Okay, and my son tried to help him out. He was in there shaking his head like, rookie mistake. Like, I am calm, actually. I'm feeling great. I'm not stressed by anything. Okay. If you want me to not be stressed, then you need to get the hell out of my face. Thank you for the nail love. All right, and then the Cornelian pencil. Right in this centerpiece. Hey, Ash. teeth back in there. And some lip shine. Let's see if there's any. Don't want to add any more. All right, let's. Shiny. Ooh. My toes falling asleep. I have my foot up on my footrest now. They're falling asleep. All right. Let's add a little highlight. This is pink white. All right. Now let's do a little freckle work. This is burnt ochre. I'll sharpen it a little more. I don't want them to be too sharp. I'm going to use light pressure and not be super defined. Cute. I think I'm gonna do like a little bit of like orangish blush on here. Just a little something on the cheeks with cornelian. I love her little freckles. I feel like it pushes the fire, you know. Sun-kissed, sun, fire, flames, fuego. It all flows. It all flows. I feel as though your makeup routine needs to. I do like doing my makeup. I don't feel confident enough to say anything, you know, too, you know, complimentary of my routine because I don't really know for sure what I'm doing. I just know what I like on me. Oh, snap. I just unplugged my charger. Hold on. Let me get under my desk. Just try not to throw out my back. Whew. All right, I'm back. All right. Need a sip of water for that. The pencils I use are Caran Dash color pencils. They're linked in my bio. What's that to the right? Her twin. Her twin in them. Alright. Just realized I didn't color her ears. Coco, I'm laughing right now because when I went to the book to ask for these pencils, I thought the name was so bad. You should have said, y'all sell Carisha Dashes? Because that's what we call them. Do y'all have Carisha Dashe? And then show them the picture. They would have really been scratching their heads. Carisha? Yes, that's what we call them in the hood. You ain't never heard of Coco? She be coloring. I was like, Karas? But they got you what you needed, I hope. I'm pulling my braids back because they're getting on my nerves. Good, good, good. All right, so now we gotta do her hair. So I'm thinking it's gonna be like burgundy, ombre into red, ombre into orange for her locks. So that's the vibe. So I like this bright red. I need something a little deeper than that. Let's see. Geranium. Ohuhu's geranium is cute. So we could do geranium, then bright red, then let's see. I want it to be like orange. Let's see. All right, then rouge orange and then orange. I think this is gonna be the stack for her locks. So I'm gonna do her eyebrows in this bright red color first. Now you may be thinking to yourself, that's not bright red. Right. You know, they named the colors anything and everything. They said, you know what? Let's mix it up a little bit. Bright red. That's why you must take those caps off and swatch them because they lie. They lie. So first up, we're gonna come in with R8 geranium. This is Ohuhu's geranium. If you have Cali Art geranium, it's not the same color. That's one dupe that ain't duped the way it's supposed to dupe. Okay. So I'm gonna start right here at the base. Bring some edges. Right. Now I'm gonna switch to bright red. Blend that out a little bit. Bring it down. Then to rouge. And I'm just blending right over that seam. Doesn't have to be perfect because we're gonna do what we do on top. And then, so Cali Art has the same numbering as Ohuhu. No, they don't. They have certain ones that overlap, like geranium is R8 for both, and they're both called geranium, but they are not the same color. But then sometimes they're the same name, but a different number. I don't know if there's any that are the same number, but a different name, but perhaps. All right, I'm happy with that. Come back in with geranium. I'm gonna have to do it section by section. Just doing a little sneaky peek here. Then coming in with bright red to transition. This is slightly lighter than geranium, which will help us transition into the rouge. And then come in with rouge orange. Hey, Dada. That's her hair. Almost had me there. Almost had me. All right. So do it again. Right. Oops, coming in with bright red. introducing regular old orange to the chat. I'm just going to keep repeating this process throughout. Thank you, thank you. All right. Let's do the rouge here. Right. Might even add a little bit of, that's not dark enough. Maybe old red. Just want like a little something deeper at the roots. All right. Let's scooch these pencils onto this side. All right. And we do it again. I'm doing it in sections so that I can have like a nice smooth ombre. So I'm like flicking towards the hairline. And then bringing it up, kind of doing it in these oval shapes. Switching to bright red. Not going too far, this is really just like a transition. Rouge orange. You guys any suggestions on what I should do for page 2? I'm lost, I don't have any ideas. Child. I worked on that prism earlier today. My eyes are starting to cross. I'm slowing down. I'm like, help. Why did I do this? Why? I have nothing but regret in my heart. Nothing but regret. It looks super cool. I wish I had done like a bunch of like, well, actually, hell no, I don't wish I did that. But if I was that committed, I wish I had done a bunch of smaller diamonds versus this one like blown up one. But it's very cool because it's very graphic and geometric and abstract. But I'm tired, Grandpa. This is not the right color. Try again. Thank you. Make sure I still got coverage. Covered in marker. Covered. I was fine with base and coloring until volume 8. We all were. We were all living life. The good old simple life, okay? I was trying to make things even simpler for us. Hey, no backgrounds. You know? We were young, we were innocent. If only we knew. If only we knew. We'd never be able to color normally again. We done changed. That's what started the problems. Hello. That blank space. And I can't tell you if this is true or not, but I could tell you this is what I believe. It's your fault. Y'all. I don't know what specifically happened, but I think one of y'all is the one who made a recommendation that took it to another place. I think it was y'all. I can't put my finger on it. I'd have to go back and look at the tapes. But my first little background, I did a little scoop doop doo doop 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 doo doop. And that's all, folks. Okay, I didn't start doing all that crazy stuff till later on. In some way, somehow, that was y'all's fault. And I will not be elaborating any further because I cannot. I can't and I won't. Since this page doesn't really have a background, that's why I wanted the hair and the glam to give us something, you know. And then when I do her twin, she's gonna be dark skinned with the ice and the blues. I'm excited. excited. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Z said you're on your own. I was just providing a thought as per your request. The how to's, you're gonna have to let us know. The answers stop there. This is so pretty already. Oh my gosh. All the supplies that I used are linked in my bio. You can get them from my Amazon shop. The markers I'm using right now are Ohuhu brush tip markers. The first time I heard the brand name, first of all, Ash didn't need help for, you know, Ash does need help. Everyone needs help. Okay? Everyone needs help. When I first heard the brand name Ohuhu, I said, now what the hell did you call me? Oh, who what? Because I ain't never been a who. Okay? Check that. I can't understand what the hell people were saying. Oh, who what? What are y'all saying? Now it just rolls off the tongue. Right. Bright red. We in the home stretch, y'all. We're almost there. Love you too. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. stretch with these locks. Well, with the markers, you already know. Layers, we got layers. I'm mad late. I just started watching Severance. You know, I just started watching Severance like a few months ago, and I never made it back. Not because it wasn't interesting, but you know, life comes at you fast, okay? You start something, next thing you know, you never think about it again. I do gotta jump into it. But now I'm sucked into Love Island by accident, and they come out with an episode every 45 minutes. I'm like, how did this show just start like 5 seconds ago and I'm 7 episodes behind? I'm confused. That is stressful. They got people around the clock. That's the team I need. Producing my stuff. Y'all over there doing Love Island. You don't want to make Colin Coco videos with me? Help me. Help me. Thank you, Nikki. This is coming from me and my homegirls. Period. Period. Because if we can't go to Bella Noche, where could we go? Hey, Tiki. Nicki Minaj. pretty. Thank you for the representation of black girls with freckles, of course. So cute. I love me a freckle. I don't love them enough to draw them on, but I understand why someone would. You know what I mean? I already be having a hard time with foundation because my hands stay on my face. I emote too much. I do too much with my hands. So next thing you know, I got freckles smeared across my face. Looking crazy. Y'all, the other day, when I was doing my makeup to do my Sharpie little video, my little story that I had to do, I was done with my makeup and I was about to spray my setting spray. And I was like, this don't feel right. I looked at it. Guess what I was about to spray on my damn face? My root cover-up spray. But when I tell you, I would have sent Sharpie their money back and said, we're going to try again next month. Forget it. If I had sprayed root cover-up spray all over my freshly done makeup, I don't know, man. That might have been it for me. Because I just be moving too fast. I got to slow it down, mama. Slow it down. My show is on. Yes, tune in. We in here. Thank you. I did create this print. Of course, you're welcome. I'm glad you got a little rest while hanging with us last night. That's always a blessing. We welcome a little shut-eye around here. That's for sure. Thank you. All right, the locks are locked in. So now, how do I want to do this? Let me do a little sampler platter down here. Oh, yeah. All right. All right, I'm taking the bright red and just adding some definition to the sides of the locks, which will eventually give us a more 3D appearance. So, did that stingray ever have its baby? That ended up being, I think, cancer or some sort of tumor. It wasn't a baby, unfortunately. I know. It was devastating. Sharkeisha. Was it Sharkeisha? What do we name her? I think Sharkeisha. That's what I'm going to do for this little section. And then we will find... Let's see. This is not a black marker. This is the bright red, which was the second color we used. I thought we was getting a shashakra. I know. It's really sad. Okay, cute. So Perry Lynn Brown, cute. Let's see. Quote says, I give myself permission to choose my piece. Let's see what this does. That looks good on there. That is orange. Nora. Nora. Alright. Do I need any other colors besides that? I need something a little bit darker. I'm gonna do a dark brown pencil. Let's see what this is giving on there. Not dark enough, too reflective. So let's try. Could just do black lightly. Thank you, thank you. We got a pencil sharpener jam. Let's get that handled. Stop the madness. Get out of there. Thank you. So in order to get the locks to look lucky, we're gonna add some definition. So I'm gonna come in on the sides lightly with my black pencil and just start adding in some texture. And then I'm gonna come down the middle with my orange pencil. The freckles I just dotted on with marker and then layered it with colored pencil. So right at the base, I'm gonna do the black, switch to the Perry Lynn Brown as we move into the lighter colors. So it's not too harsh. And moving towards the center. And then orange down the middle. And I will repeat this until I cry for my mommy, per usual. Thank you. All of the supplies that I use are linked in my bio if anyone's interested. Yep, that's what we're doing. We're doing fire and ice. So not quite water, but a form of water. See how they're more lacquered with the colored pencil on top. I just hear somebody outside my house yapping. These are my little test locks to make sure I like what all is going on here. So last night I told y'all I was gonna go have me a mozzarella stick, one mozzarella stick. Why, when I went downstairs, opened the fridge, opened the container, there was 2 mozzarella sticks in there. Whole time I thought I only had 1 left. So you know I had a good night. I should have played the lottery. I'll never encounter that kind of luck again. It was everything. It was favorite. It was everything. I opened that box. I said, God is good. What? All the time. I was so happy to see that extra mozzarella stick. Tonight's snack will be leftovers of dinner. Mr. Coco made rasta pasta. When I tell you, he gonna wake up to an empty bowl in that sink. I'm gonna leave it there for him so he can see the evidence of what once was. Now, did you eat both? Sure did. Sure did. In record time. In record time. Do you have a tutorial on lips? I miss when you did them. Yes, I do. I do have a tutorial on lips on my page in the Coloring Bootcamp playlist, I believe. Okay, the locks are locking. So now, where's my like regular white? Maybe I'll use my Posca white to add some more shine in the center. Thank you kindly. And I'm just doing like small little dashes for the highlights. And this is my Posca colored pencil in white. In white. So adding that dimension to the sides of the lock and then hitting it with some highlight down the middle of the lock is really helping us get that 3D look to it. I think I'm gonna go over it one more time with a little more marker, just to really get that defined look. Because coloring is all about layers, layers, layers. If you like to cook, these are our seasonings, okay? You must season in layers. We know this. We know this. All right. I'm liking how those locks look for the most part. I'm always gonna be fussing, but that's because I got problems, issues, all of that. Stunning. Yeah, that was perfectly ASMR. Thank you. I get told that very often. All right. I'm looking to think what my next move is. Okay. So now we're just going to repeat that process in the next section. Scoot you down a little bit. Let's bring this down. Does not need to be neat. In fact, not neat is better to get a realistic lock appearance. We don't want it to be too perfect. Hey, Melanie. This was what you were thinking. We're doing fire and ice. So we got a fiery twin, and then we'll start working on our icy twin. Do most colored pencils show on top of markers except acrylics? No. Some, like a Crayola color pencil, might struggle to show up on marker, and it might be super shiny on top of that. So some color pencils are not going to work as good on top of markers, but Prismacolor will, Amazon Basics will, Ohuhu's will, obviously Caran d'Ache, Faber-Castell will, Posca's will. So as long as it's like a little step above like Crayola or something you would get like for like very, very entry, it should work. It's just the level of like opacity will vary. Oh my gosh, now they're telling me I'm advertising. Ay. label my live as promotional content. TikTok, you got it all wrong. Okay? You got it all wrong. Can't even answer a question. Rude. Listen, did you just say more than 3 brands in a row? Weren't we doing like the 2-hour challenge or something? I did those locks so fast. How did I do those so fast? Maybe because that was a mini book now I think about it. TikTok said, you working for somebody? I'm like, no, I'm not. They're like, yeah, you working for somebody. I'm like, no, I swear. Disclose now. Like, I'm not. There's nothing to disclose. I'm just having normal conversations. Thank you guys for the follows. If you're not following me, make sure you follow your girl. Especially if you want to see how Miss Fire and Ice turn out. And you're at risk of falling asleep right now. Wouldn't that be sad? You wake up, the live is over, you can't remember my username, and you didn't follow me. And now it's gone forever. Don't let that happen to you. Hit that follow button. Thank you. Not you telling scary stories later. That was a spooky one. Spooks bagooks. Alright, I think I'm gonna go all around with the Praline brown. And then come back with the black, and then go around with the orange, and then finish her with the highlight. Yeah, that's what I'm finna do. Alright. So I'm just doing circular motions with the Praline. And then I'm just coming down the edges as well, make them a little fuzzier. Now I'm moving and shaking. Got my strategy. That's all you need sometimes is a strategy, a game plan, okay? It's It's not that you can't do the work. You just need to get yourself sorted. That's all. That's it. That's all. Every day, I'm getting a little more work done than the day before because these past few weeks, honestly, truly, get somebody else to do it. I don't want to. Okay? I don't want it. But then reality settles in and you realize, yeah, but you have to though. You have to, and you will. So stop this. It's cold, cold, cold today. Now that was refreshing. We're doing good. We're making great time. If I do say so myself. This Friday is my 10-year wedding anniversary, which is crazy. We're going to Maine, I told you. So I'm excited about that. I haven't been back to Maine since I moved away. I lived there for 4.5 or 5 years, somewhere around there, when I was in elementary school, and I haven't been back since. So I'm excited. I hope the weather is nice to us. Honestly, I don't care. Sometimes I don't mind a rainy day somewhere else, you know? A rainy day at home actually is kind of nice too. But a rainy day somewhere else where you can just be cozy, especially like when you're in a hotel that you're paying a lot of money for. Mine as well be laid up in here because get my money's worth. So I'm excited, but I hope it is nice. I do need some sunshine. The weather is getting me a little sad. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you guys. I'm still going to be live Thursday, so you'll see me. You'll see me then. I'm looking forward to a lobster roll. Some seafood. I don't know what my man gonna eat. He can go out there looking for a cowboy steak. It ain't that type of party. Welcome to New England, brother. I was trying to find a steakhouse. But like, you just stop in Harlem on the way home because you're not gonna get the steak that you want. I didn't know they liked us in Maine. There's not many. I believe Maine is the whitest state in America, if I'm correct. So when I went to elementary school, there were 3 black people in the whole school, including me. And the other 2 were half black, half white. So I was the only 4 black grandparents, black person in the whole school. Never had any issue. Like, I had more issues with being black in New York than I had in Maine. Like, Maine, I don't know how to explain it. Maine is like very hippie-ish, very, this is the 90s, by the way. Everyone was just like very chill. Like, it just was just very chill. Oops. The whitest states, according to the DC Office of Planning, are Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. So Vermont is 93.9% white, New Hampshire is 99.8% white, and Maine is 99.7% white. Honorable mention, South Dakota, 84.4. What's crazy is South Dakota just sound white as hell. But New Hampshire and Maine, 99.8 and 99.7. Crazy. Crazy. But also keep in mind, these states are like not that big. Like New Hampshire is a very small state. So it's easy because there's not that many people there, you know? So... those things don't gotta worry about me. Like, even more white people than West Virginia. West Virginia has 97% white. That's pretty high. That's pretty high. Yeah, we wanted to stay domestic. My husband's already, scared of flying. So he didn't like all that stuff with the planes. So he already scared. So that was all it took. He said, yeah. Throw your suitcase in the trunk, okay? Throw them right in there. But Maine is like one of the most beautiful places. Like, when I lived there, I was like, I can't believe this place is like real. Mind you, I was 7, but it just didn't seem real. Like, we were just like at lighthouses and by the water all the time and on boats and cliffs and stuff. It just didn't seem real. It was very, like, I don't know, picturesque. So I want to go see if I remember it correctly or if I, romanticized it in my mind. But also it might look different. Thank you, Mary. It has been many moons. It's been like 25 years. So I think it's time. It's time to return. My mom was like, I was your age when I took that job that relocated us there. And it's so crazy because, like, my mom being my age is crazy too because she just always seems so much older to me. Like, Michael looks at me and thinks I'm a teen mom. He's very confused. He always asks me, how are you old enough to be my mom? He's always pressing me. And I think that's really just a reflection of my lack of maturity. Because in his head, we about the same age. And he want to argue me down. Talking about, well, I'm almost 8. I'm like, okay, and I'm 33. What the hell are you talking about? I'm a grown woman. But in my memories, my mom was always grown as hell. Like grown, had it together. No nonsense. But you know, adults were different in the 90s. Adults were way different in the 90s. She was an actual adult. I am, in fact, a 33-year-old teenage mom. That is an accurate description. He has a right to be confused. I'm confused. We're all confused. Someone got to be a real adult. And 1, 2, 3, not it. Okay? Not it. It was the pink lotion and the blue match. But we had that too. You think that's what stunted our growth? Or what made them grown? I was using Blue Magic up through college. Something didn't transfer. Something didn't transfer. '30s and the '90s and '30s now is completely different. It is. Why? I don't feel grown. Like, I simply do not feel grown. I know I'm grown. I have grown bills. I don't feel grown. I feel grown, actually. My back will tell you, I'm 47, actually. In back years, I'm pushing 50 for sure. For sure. But my mind doesn't feel grown. I think the times our parents grew up and made them have to be adults, right? That's probably it. That's probably it. Times was different. And the thing is, when I talked to my mom about it, she was like, I didn't feel grown. I think it's just perception. We perceived them one way. Because she didn't feel grown. My mom was my age. She was married with 2 kids. Well, that will make you feel grown for sure. Even though I'm married with 2 kids, technically. And it doesn't get grown. And what about kids? My stepdaughter is turning 19. So that is a crazy concept to me. That is wild to me. Because I showed up when she was 3. So I'm still trying to figure out how the hell she is turning 19 this year. Is that how? How? I'm 36 with no man. And that's cool. My best friend was 36 with no man 5 minutes ago. And now she's 38 and married. So that really don't mean not a damn thing. It happens every day. Listen to your heart. How old was Mr. Coco when he had her? If you don't mind me asking, he was 21? 20. He was 20. Yes. Had to do my math. Mr. Coco is a West African gentleman, so their timetable is a little bit different than me, a young American woman. He was already late to the game at 20. It's a whole different type of vibe over there than what type of time I was on. Yeah, Mr. Coco is almost 5 years older than me. He don't like when I say it like that, but that's my math. He's 4.5. Round up. It is different for African men. It is. So when I was snooping through his Facebook page, after he DM'd me, I was like, who's this child? Your sister? Your neighbor, perhaps? Maybe a random little girl? No? Your child? Great. Great. He has a kid. Great. But I already liked him. It's too late. It was too late. My no kids rule was shattered. Just like that. For a set of 6-pack abs, weak in the knees, stand up. Thank God, though. So I'm like, what if I was like, oh, you have a kid? No, thank you. Oh, God. That would have been sad. I wouldn't have even been Coco. He gave me Coco. Who would I be? Crazy. Crazy. I would have been Andrea. Not even Andrea Ballo. Would have been Andrea somebody else. I don't like D. I don't like D one bit. I'm starting to reconsider, but it can only be one kid, right? Unfortunately, a lot of the good ones out there are already one deep. Not gonna lie. A lot of the good men are fathers and or divorced at this stage in our lives. I'm not gonna hold you. The girls didn't leave any for us. The girls didn't leave any one stone unturned, okay? So we are gonna have to make some exceptions. So right, exactly. I mean, it was beneficial to me because I saw how he was as a father, and I also got to see what the kids are looking like. You know, that's also an added bonus. See what they produce, you know? If anyone, I used to be like really like so in my mind about like what will my kids look like? What will my kids look like? I don't know. Is that normal? Like, it's just so crazy. I just want to see. I just want to see. I just want to see. So when we started dating, I was like, okay, he has a daughter. I was like, she's so cute. She's so cute. Okay, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. He makes cute kids. And now I have a little mini me with his little dimples. He be looking at me all cute and stuff. He is so funny. Very normal. I always said the same thing. My boys came out way more handsome than I thought. Hello? So cute. Because I used to look at Michael like, okay, obviously I think Michael is perfect because he's my son. So I have a hard time. I'm like, are you perfect or is it mommy eyes, right? But when he was a baby, people like literally, I used to have to beat them back with a stick. First of all, everyone thought he was a girl because his eyelashes were so long. So they were like, oh my God, she's so beautiful. I'm like, he literally has a forehead across, like a football on his forehead. He, like, I can't make him look more boyish. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. But he was just so freaking scrumptious. He was just so cute. And then as he got older, because then there's also like kids go through phases, you know. I went through several rough patches. I'm still going through rough patches. Okay. So I'm like, okay, as he transitions, you know, there might be some times where he's not feeling himself, you know. Well, he's perfect still. I don't get it. He's so cute. Also, you know how like when you have parents that look too good and then the kids be coming out looking crazy? I feel like that's the key. You have to be like two like regular good looking people. When you get into like two supermodel good looking people, the kids be coming out strange. The kids be coming out strange. When two models have a baby, the kids don't. I don't know what that's about. What is that? Some sort of natural selection? I don't know. Something about that. It never equals out right. Boom, 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 boom. Let me see something. Oops, I clicked the wrong thing. Thank you. Like, look at Michael when he was so little. He was only 3 months old. Look at my baby. Oh my God. My baby. My little happy chunk. Such a happy baby. And now he's a big boy. He was just a little meatball. Oh my God. He also looked like my daddy sometimes. That's who he's named after. That's Big Michael and Little Michael. My little boy. And now he's not little anymore. Now he's a big boy. I'm going to show you a recent picture, but I can't even find one where he's not looking distorted. Because now he's almost 8 and he just can't look like a normal person. Ever. Yes, he looks so much like me. That's what I want to hear. That's what I'm talking about. They always saying he look like his daddy. Stop this. Stop the madness. That's my baby. When I say like right here, is this what I mean? This right here. I helped. And when I start talking about, okay, well, why don't you break out the baby pictures then? Break out your baby picture and I break out what I look like when I was his age. Then Mr. Coco don't want to play anymore. Cause you already know. That's my twin. That's my twin and them. Do I really not have any pictures of him right now? Of him not doing something stupid. That's the issue with boys. They start doing all types of nonsense. I can show you guys. One of the pictures. My dad all in the back. And he's doing stupid faces again. Dang, Michael. This is me and my parents and my baby. Who's not a baby anymore. That was on my mom's birthday. That was the polyester dress that had me sweating on live on Thursday last week. Had me sweating. Mr. Coco took the picture. He didn't want to be in any of the pictures. Thanks, guys. Do I feel like doing this white right now? It's 11:18. I'll do it till I don't feel like it. Mr. Coco said, yeah, I'll take the pictures. I ain't going up in there. Yeah, we call him Mr. Coco because my husband's name is Abu Bakr. And I don't be having time to say that every 5 seconds. Abu Bakr Balo. So he gets babe. That's what he gets going. It's actually a very common name in West Africa. I've met a couple Nigerians named that too. Senegalese also, I've heard. It's a popular Islamic name. I think it's in the Quran. Somebody important in the Quran. You could tell I be paying attention. I don't know. I think it's a prophet. Besides the rule that if you call your partner by the first name, you don't like them for hello. We were talking earlier today. He said, "Come on, Andrea." What? Everything he said after that, I said, "Why did you just call me that?" He just keep talking. Why did you just call me Andrea? I didn't hear anything you said after that. Why did you just say that? Are we beefing? Let me know. Why did you just say that? I'm not moving past this point in the conversation until you address that. He does that on purpose. I don't think mine even knows my first name. Oh, it don't even sound right when he says it. He says it too correctly. Like it's too perfect. Like every syllable. Come on, Andrea. Damn. What's F me for? Hello? Because it sounds like you're cursing me. And don't say that again. The only person who calls me Andrea all the time, like really calls me Andrea, is my mother. Mommy calls me Andrea. Other than that, my dad calls me Shorty. My best friend calls me Raggedy. Well, she calls me Dusty. I call her Raggedy. Either way, term of endearment. I'm Dusty, she's Raggedy. But I call Michael Michael. My husband does not call him Michael. Yes, my dad is from New York. My dad, I think, has said my name 3 times, all of which terrible circumstances. Terrible circumstances. If my father calls me Andrea, I'm past the point of no return. Things have gone terribly wrong. Terribly wrong. My mom calls me Andrea too, but that's not my name. Now that is funny. My mom calls me Andrea, or she'll call me Mamacita, or she'll call me mostly Mamacita. Back in the day, she would call me like Sweet Seed, Pumpkin Head, Turkey Toes, back in my youth. But now it's usually Mamacita. Or Darling. She loves Darling. Hello, Darling. That's what she usually says when she answers the phone. Hello, Darling. If I get the first name, middle name combo, oh, yeah. Yeah, Michael, when I pull the middle name out, sometimes I hit him with all 3. All 3 of them. Full name. Turkey Toes, yep. Hi, Turkey Toes. Turkey Toes, Stinkabud, Pookadook. They was calling me anything. My uncle called me Fat until I said, I don't want to be called Fat no more. Because I am fat. And it's your fault. Between my dad calling me Shorty and you calling me Fat, I got short and fat. And I blame y'all. So stop it. My older sister calls me XYZ. I like that. I think it started off as Twinkle Toes and then turned into Turkey Toes. I think that was the origin. My husband calls Michael Bapsh. Bapsh. Bapsch. If I had to spell it. And that was an evolution of many names. Because he was Honey Papa when he was first born. Honey Papa. And then it turned into Papa. And then it turned into Pop. Honey Pop. Then at one point it turned into Bop Bop. And because he used to bop around. So Michael, when he was maybe 1.5, randomly learned how to whistle. Okay. It was very peculiar. He learned how to whistle. And if you know anything about a toddler, they learn something, they're not going to stop. So he would walk around and bob his head from side to side and whistle while he walked around. Okay. So he would just be walking around, head going side to side. We're like, great. This sucks. But it looked like he was like doing a little bop, 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 bop. So pop, pop turned into bop, bop. Then randomly, Abubakar started calling him Baba Ganoush. I'm not too sure the origin of that. Y'all can ask him that. And then Bopsh appeared. And now that's who he answers to. And when he's playing soccer, my husband's like, go, Bopsh, go. And they're like, are you calling him Bob? He's like, Bopsh. And then they smile and nod, but they really have no idea what the hell he just said. So, how did I get the name Turkey Toes? I don't know. That was from when I was a baby. I assume that it was Twinkle Toes that turned into Turkey Toes. If you ask me, it probably has something to do with my toes. I don't know. the toes are giving turkey. I don't really know. I'd have to ask my mama. I'd have to ask her. Where did turkey toes come from? I'm sure she doesn't know. I got her feet, so she might want to tread carefully if she gonna talk about my toes give turkey. Because I'm gonna show her back to her feet. Please see Exhibit 3A, your toes. All right, this is a good stopping point. I'll leave the black here so I remember that that's the next step. They probably think it's African. They didn't know what the hell to think. They was looking at us and we was looking at them. I was like, well, I call him Michael. I don't know what he talking about. He talking about Baba Ganoush and all types of stuff. Recently, my husband likes to say things to Michael that I'm just be shaking my head. So I was on the phone with my sister-in-law and my son comes in. He's like, hey, auntie, daddy taught me a new driving tip. And I'm already like, oh, God. He was like, yeah, when you're driving, you roll the window down, you keep your right hand on the wheel, and you take your left hand out the window so you can slap people as you... So you can slap people as you're driving by. So daddy told you that was a driving tip? He's like, yeah. Okay. I'm going to talk to daddy about that because that's not a driving tip. You don't drive with your right hand so that you can stick your left hand out the window and slap people. We don't do that. We don't slap people while we're in a moving vehicle. And logistically, oh God. It's like so much work is undone by men, you know, so much parenting efforts undone by men speaking. It's quite miraculous, actually. It's Lord. All right. So tomorrow's my night off. Woohoo! If you want to see Michael making Rasta pasta with Mr. Coco tomorrow with my voice as a cameo, I'm editing the video. It will be up on my husband's channel on Instagram. I don't remember his handle. I think it's Fit Daddy AB. So we made it so good. That's what I'm about to go do. I'm gonna hang up on y'all and go give me a little nibble on that Rasta pasta, and then I'm gonna go to bed with heartburn. So I'll see you guys back here on Thursday at 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, I got a lot of work to do because I still got to finish the prism background on that one page. We got to get coloring, y'all. We got to get coloring. All right, let me not start spiraling. All right, love you guys. I will see you back here Wednesday, 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. I love you. Not Wednesday, Thursday. Sorry, I lied. Good night.